We will examine the ETFs and discuss the price liquidity of Bitcoin. We are going to discuss XRP. We will first examine the XRP chart before delving further and more deeply into Ripple's failure to meet the deadline led to the lawsuit between the SEC and Ripple. I'll tell you what I think. Something seems to be happening. All of this, I believe, is a component of the Ripple plan. And I'll explain why I believe that's all there is to it. Now, everyone, take a seat back and unwind. Let's get started with a Bitcoin $66,575 trade. It is currently down 1.77% with USDTA and USDC both coming in at the dollar pegs, and it has dropped 1.11% over the last day with Ethereum trading at 2,587. Do you recall yesterday's 99 cents and XRP? Yes, that is not the case. Yes. Come on a mean, skinny 52-cent glance once more. The potential for XRP to return to 40 cents at this time. It's real, but keep in mind when the appeal is finalized, when do you view it? Coming out of the SEC. Everyone was in a panic. I was on the live program that night, and everyone said that XRP would miss the bull run. Additionally, I informed you of the crucial figure for XRP that you needed to be aware of. The crucial figure was 40 cents. We warned you that there was a chance XRP would go to the 45-cent range. Since everything was contained in the TA chart that we have been displaying to you, we informed you that it did not signify anything to us. As long as XRP remains over 40 cents, as we have stated, 40 cents is the doomsday scenario. We're all right, but then that 75-cent amount that I've been telling you about since the year started, doesn't it start to appear more realistic now? The total market value of cryptocurrencies is $2 trillion, $314 billion. We received a liquidation alarm from someone as corrupt as to issue this warning. The value of Bitcoin will reach $11 billion if it reaches $69. Bitcoin's valued over $100 million worth of Bitcoin shorts that will eventually be liquidated. I am unable to speak this morning. Right now, we're focusing on my coffee because I haven't taken it down yet. Give me this Bitcoin, please. It predicts that Bitcoin will reach 80,000 regardless of whether Trump or Harris wins. The traders claim that their wagers are growing as a result of trading cryptocurrency options. According to Bloomberg, options that expire on November 8th have the largest open interest at the $75,000 strike point, suggesting that Bitcoin will reach new highs by the end of November. Highlighting a major area of market attention for that time, you're being told 75,000 now. I'm telling you, how did I acquire 74,000 at this same moment? They're predicting 75 because a new all-time high for Bitcoin at 74,000 will tell us that the bull run is on. $1,000, give or take, these have been my targets for a while, and we live in the same area. If you watch the channel, you are aware of the targets. I make them very explicit. Additionally, I will show you these elaborate charts with these bizarre lines. I'm warning you that we could go out or down. Since we shouldn't be concerned with these Fibonacci and EMA charts if we aren't traders, we'll only let you know the important numbers we're searching for. All that matters to us is when these events will occur so that we can start getting excited about the election. In the United States, early voting has already begun and is only a few weeks away. For the sake of cryptocurrencies and their valuations, it makes little difference who wins. Shortly, since Bitcoin will reach $100,000 regardless of what happens. Who wins for the United States is what counts. The current status of our nation, the economy, and future crypto regulations. I've said this before, and if Trump wins, I'll say it again. Regulations will be implemented. A completely new SEC will take over, and the U.S. take the lead in the race for cryptocurrency. Institutional funding will undoubtedly pour in if Trump is elected, and if he loses, I anticipate that we will reach the $7 to $10 trillion area. I'll be really honest with you and discuss this on a live program. I'm only anticipating between 4 and 7 trillion in these markets. And we essentially repeat the previous cycle in 2020, going from 2.3 trillion to 4 trillion this time. We would only be able to acquire XRP for about $50, which would be a huge letdown. We may test higher on the $2 mark in 2020. That would be terrible. Even in the worst-case situation, that is your worst-case scenario. You continue to see a 4x. Better returns than you would receive from the stock market are 4 times. So take a moment to consider that. Since neither XRP nor the cryptocurrency market will soar, let's avoid being pessimistic. Yes, that sounds like the end of the world. We're conversing in there, but I'm being. Harris prevails. She takes a tough stance on crypto. She makes it extremely difficult for these businesses, which contradicts her earlier statements that she would be pro-crypto. We're talking about the worst of the worst, which you know, and she doesn't want any institutions. It resembles a point. Only 1% of it will occur. Reasons for a potential recovery in the price of XRP. CryptoMinute.com has published this new story. Don't forget to check it out. Additionally, it claims that ripples are native tokens. The price of XRP is at its lowest level in a week. It is currently trading at 53 cents on the cryptocurrency platform, which has seen a further 3% decline in price in the last day. Over the past few weeks, XRP CMF has continued to rise in value despite its price fall. This indicator calculates the pressure to acquire and sell assets over a certain time frame. It is trying to go above the zero line as of this writing, sitting at -10. The asset is still under net distribution in an XRP situation while the CMF is negative but turns positive when the price drops, indicating that there is pressure to sell generally. Perhaps that is the 10 million Larson donated to Kamala Harris, but the selling's waning strength indicates that the bear market is waning and that bullish sentiment is beginning to emerge. The XRP's positive financing rate, which is at 0, is stated. Despite the decline in value, the altcoin's bullish tilt is reflected in 1% of press time. Thus, it appears that the bears are beginning to lose some of their might. When the bears dry up, they will have no more energy to drive this price down. After the bulls enter, the price begins to move. According to some, XRP is currently trading at 53 cents, with 52 cents serving as his primary support level. Bullish sentiment and a resurgence could spur new demand for this altcoin and possibly lead to a price increase. If this occurs, the price of XRP might try to surpass 65 cents, a successful it has the potential to reach its 7-month peak of 74 cents. Rumble missed the deadline to submit their appeal in the SEC v. Rumble litigation because those are located close to our 2 main resistance zones. This is making a lot of people panic. What's going on with all of these DMS rips? This is not the same as Ripple. Is it all? Alright, everything is good. The Ripple is drawing inspiration from the SEC's strategy. The SEC wants to postpone filing a 2-sentence brief that they could have submitted the day after this lawsuit ended. Instead, they postpone filing the brief until the very last minute to announce that they are appealing simply, and then they wait until the very last minute to file the appeal and the status of the appeal. However, Ripple is doing the same. They're taking their time. They are aware that they still have another chance even though they missed the deadline. Yes, all they need to do now is inform the court that they intend to file an appeal and acknowledge that they missed a deadline. They receive a new date and submit the appeal before that time. For the SEC, they are therefore prolonging this. This is a small form of retribution. Now that Ripples have had enough of their nonsense, it's as if they are not playing mental games with them. They want the SEC to continue to push things forward and delay. Ripple is also able to play that hand. And Ripple is doing just that. Thus, they will simply continue to imprison SEC personnel. Observing the case make this as clear as the SEC wants it to be. If they wanted to, they could drag this out for another 3 years since, as long as it is pushed out, all of the earlier rulings will remain in effect. Now, it can only be overturned if the judge has a change of heart. I can see this right here. Ripples is manipulating the SEC by playing with their emotions and minds.